Hi guys, how are you? I don't know how you feel about science, but I think we're taking it a little bit too far. But lab-made mini brains grow their own sets of eyes. The eyes are the precursors to the retina. Okay, scientists recently grew mini brains with their own sets of eyes, according to a new study. Organoids are miniature versions of organs that scientists can grow in the lab from stem cells or cells that can mature into any type of cell in the body. Previously, scientists have developed tiny beating hearts and tear ducts that could cry like humans do. Scientists have grown mini brains that produce brain waves like those of preterm babies. Now, a group of scientists has grown mini brains that have something their real counterparts do not, a set of eye-like structures called optic cups that give rise to the retina, the tissue that sits in the back of the eye and contains light-sensing cells, according to a statement. There's 11 body parts growing in the lab. In the human body, the retina sends signals to the brain via the optic nerve, allowing us to see images. In the mammalian brain, nerve fibers of retinal ganglion cells reach out to connect with their brain targets, an aspect that has never before been shown in an in vitro system. They quote this man that I can't pronounce his name. All right. They previously says that they have grown optic cups in labs, but this is the first study that integrated optic cups into brain organoids. Okay, that the team adapted a technique. I'm not going to go into this. You can read it for yourself if you want to. The optic cups appeared as early as 30 days and matured within 50 days. That's a lot. That's quick. To show how the retina develops in human embryo, according to the statement. The total researchers created 314 mini brains, and 72% of them formed optic cups. The organoids contained different types of retinal cells that formed active neuron networks that responded to light. They also formed lenses and corneal tissue. On our work highlights the remarkable ability of brain organoids to generate primitive sensory structures that are light sensitive and harbor cells types similar to those found in the body. Why are they growing these mini brains? Well, what they tell you is, hint, hint, it can be useful for studying human brain development and related diseases. They could use the new organoids with their optic cups to study brain-eye interactions during embryo development. What's more, they can be used to study retinal disorders and maybe even be used to create personalized retinal cell types for therapies, which would be nice if they could use this for good. The researchers now hope to figure out how to keep the optic cups viable for a long time and use them to research the mechanisms behind retinal disorders. Okay, that's it, guys. What do you think? They're creating these little mini brains. They're creating other things too. What did they say up here? Hold on. I'm trying not to scroll fast so you won't get dizzy. But I want to check out what other little human body parts that they're growing in the lab. This is from Live Science. Regrowing a missing limb is no big deal to a starfish or salamander. It says here that they're creatures, they're known to do that, okay? But they aren't the only body parts that can be animals that can rebuild body parts. Deer can resprout as much as 66 pounds of antlers in only 3 months. That's interesting. Zebrafish can regrow their hearts, while flatworms have just demonstrated that they can regenerate their own heads. I found that disgusting. For humans, though, what is that? Okay, individual cells in our body are constantly being replaced as they wear out, a process that shows with aging but continues throughout the lifetime of us humans. Your skin, your hair sheds, outer layer of skin every 2 to 4 weeks, losing about 18 ounces of skin cells per year. Okay, according to the American Chemical Society. Okay, I'm going to skip some of the yada, 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 because if you're like me, I just want to get to the meat of it. If you want more, read the whole article. Okay, I guess some of this is just a mini brain, okay. A lab-grown brain the size of a pencil eraser was cultivated from skin cells by the Ohio State University, and it's similar genetically to the brain of a 5-week-old human fetus, described as a brain changer. The organoid had functioning neurons with signal-carrying extensions like axons and dendrites. Do you remember? That take you back to science in school, right? All right, mini heart. They prompted stem cells to develop into heart muscles and connective tissues, and then organize into tiny chambers and beat. In a video of the achievement, the heart muscle cells, indicated by the red at the center. I'll show you the picture right there. Okay. Beating while the connective tissue, which was the green ring, secures the mini heart to the dish where it grew. This technology could help us quickly screen for drugs likely to a generic cardiac birth defect and guide decisions about which drugs are dangerous during pregnancy. Then they have the mini kidney that they've grown. Okay, I'm going to skip all the scientific garble because it's above my head, but wow. They grow 3D lung organoids that developed bronchi or airway structure and lung sacs. They mimic the response of real tissues and would be a good model to show how organs form and change with disease. So they're using a lot of this to, find out things about our bodies. Mini stomachs took a month. Okay. I'm going slow. If you want to read it, you can. A vagina. Okay. Wow. Why? The transplants conducted several years earlier in 4 girls and young women between the ages of 13 and 18 corrected a congenital defect in which the vagina and uterus are missing or underdeveloped. They were examined after 8 years, and I didn't even know they had transplants like this. Okay. And of course, they have to have one for the men as well. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Esophagus. Okay, ears. I've seen the ear things before. All right, guys, that's it. If you want to read the details of it, if I've skipped through too much, I apologize, but that's a lot. So I don't know what to think about this. If things were used for good all the time, that would be great. But something tells me there could be something sinister in all of this. Call me paranoid. I don't know. But look at the world we live in. Everything is suspect. Have a great day, guys.